You attach your Parker Center ID to your suit. You press the button to call the elevator. You select the basement as your destination.
Hello, Detective. How can I help you?
Hello, Chester. Chester, I wanted a DNA run on the bone I turned into Noble's. What do you have back?
Nothing yet, Carrie. And not to criticize, but you really should have turned that into property.
You're right, Chester. However, I also need to find myself a killer. Chester, what do you have on John Doe 7216M?
Body fluids have been sent over, but thus far, nothing on toxicology.
How about Jane Doe 1202L? What do you have, Chester?
We haven't received the body fluids from the morgue yet. We're limited on what we can do here, Detective. Unfortunately, we haven't heard back from Quantico on the other samples either. We're at a dead end.
The vehicle the victims were found in, Chester. What did you find?
Their body fluids, their hair, their fingerprints, and red fibers. Other than that, the car was very clean. Too clean. Nothing in the glove box, under the seats, anywhere.
Chester, how about Jane Doe 1201K? Anything come back on her? How about fingerprints?
Well, she does have fingerprints. They just don't match anything we have out there for missing people. See you later, Detective Carey.
Pressing the button, you call the elevator. You select the third floor as your destination.
Yes, come in. I'm glad you're here, Carrie. I wanted to talk to you about your newest TV appearance. That stunt in front of the coroner's last night was splashed all over the evening news. Obstructing the First Amendment is what they're calling it. I'll have you know I've already fielded calls from national news bureaus, the mayor, hell, just about anyone in this town who's anybody is called. Carrie, you're going to need to learn to control that temper. I've just about had it with this cowboy crap. Now, this is a directive. You learn to work with the press, not against them. Do you understand me? Read my lips. Work with them.
Lieutenant, it's not my fault. I mean, it's that reporter. She's always stirring things up. She's making my job impossible.
Look, Carrie, it's a reporter's job to report the news. Sometimes that means going after the truth, other times not. What I want to know is there any truth to this killer being a woman? No? You sure? Believe me, Carrie, I trust you. It's just I gotta be sure. I'm the one fielding the calls.
Yes, sir.
All right, then, we know what we're dealing with. Most probably a white male, aged 24 to 36 years of age, and somebody awfully vicious and brutal. Watch yourself, Carrie. We don't want to lose another one.
You say there's been phone calls, Hal? What kind of calls?
Hell, Junior, half of them want to marry you, half of them want to see you strung up to dry. But telling you straight, kid, people are scared. They all think they're next. I'm scared.
You call the elevator. You select the lobby as your destination.
Well, tell him McGarrett said, book him, Dano. He'll know what it means.
Hey, you whippersnapper! Can I help you?
Dano? McGarrett told me to tell you to book 'em, Dano.
He said... Yep. Well, come right in there.
It's a beige 1990 Ford Tempo. To examine the car interior, you open the door. There are no telltale signs of use or ownership, let alone evidence. To examine the car interior, you open the door. The car looks incredibly clean, considering what was lying in it but a few hours ago. Looking at the license plate, you discover you note the license plate number of the vehicle.
SID has been out, right? Were they able to lift any prints? Was there anything left behind? Fibers, hairs?
Hey, you dead-burn whippersnapper! You're making me sound like an eavesdropper. Is that what you think, huh? Is it? Huh?
No, not at all. I thought, that a man in your position would be more than likely to know what the situation was with each car in the lot.
Well, you're right about that, you dead-burn greenhorn. Darn shootin'. I'll tell you about SID, I will. They were here for hours. Hours! I'm not fooling you now. And you know something? They didn't find a single print. Zippo. Nada. That there car there is just as clean and shiny as the day it rolled off the old showroom floor. Yes, it is.
Has the car's owner been identified and notified that their car is here and is involved in a criminal investigation?
No, sirree, Bob. There wasn't one speck of ID in that car. No registration, no telltale signs of nobody, except maybe a ghost owning that car. Now, we're kind of hoping you're going to do a little of that sniffing around, you know, and jealous there.
What can you tell me about what was in the glove box and trunk when the vehicle came in?
Well, nothing. Absolutely nada.
You're unaware of what the contents were?
What are you, just plain dumb as a loco weed? I said nothing. There was nothing in either compartment. Clean as a whistle. Shiny as a new shoe. Nothing. Nada. Rien. Zero. Greenhorn.
Well, once again, you've been very helpful. Thank you.
Hey, that's a big 10 for you, betcha, good buddy. Here at Hollenbeck Tow, we aim to please. Sure do.